絶対に許さんぞ。
ゾクゾク。
Yo. Alright, I'm about to buzz you right now. Yo.
What up, boy? Shake.
Money Bags.
What's good with you?
What's up, man? Where you coming from?
I was coming from the crib.
Came
I
from
had
the
to
crib.
go holler at my lady real quick.
My man H Money Bags in the building, man. You know you gotta hit the people with the drip check.
Oh, yeah, you already know. I
Hit
had
the
to come
people.
out. It's raining outside, so I had to do something light. Did the little Air Maxes, you know, little Nike joint, whatever. Hit him with the Yankee little hoodie. You know, I was feeling the Yankees today. Little Yankee fitted, something
my
light.
man.
You know, get wedding, no village.
Mm-hmm.
What's good, though?
Got the little Amiri, you know, my little drip check, you know, light little Tims.
All right.
Feel me? Light little Mary John. Yeah, my Brooklyn shit.
Brooklyn shit.
What's up, man? You home?
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, you home, man. There's a lot of controversy with your name, Bags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
From the controversial freestyle with the Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? E-Money calling up to the radio station, you know what I mean? Accusing Jay of your name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how you felt in that moment, like when that happened?
Well, you know.
Were you
rest
upset?
In peace to the brother. Rest in peace. No, I actually wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace to the brother E Money Bags.
Rest in peace, E-Money Bags.
Because I understood that it was really just a misunderstanding, and I understood both sides.
Right.
So it was like, you know, I understood that he felt I know Jay.
Right.
And Jay know that's my name. Jay know that I rock with Nas. He know I'm rhyming with Nori. You know, he know that I'm doing these things. Why would he bring a dude named H Money back? But at the time, he didn't know that Jay didn't have nothing to do with my name. You know?
Right.
I'm just a younger brother from the building. Jay, the big bro from up in the building. You know, was giving me a shot.
Right.
I already had the name. You know, I got the name in jail. You know,
Right.
I was a young kid. You know, I'm 8 years younger than E Money Bags and Jay and all of them. So I respected him. I didn't even know of him because he's so much older than me. And I went to jail at such a young age that I wasn't in the street as long as him. So I didn't understand who he was. But I wasn't mad. Right. I just knew it was a misunderstanding. Right. And I understood his frustration.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever run into E Money Bags or any given time?
No. I never met him. I never seen him in my life. I just remember he called up to the radio station and I was downstairs in front of the radio station taking pictures with my man Vaughn, with Cool V.
Right.
Shout out to Cool V. And they came downstairs and was like, yo, somebody on the radio saying that you took his name in jail. That's what I thought. So when I went back upstairs, whatever conversation him and Jay-Z had, they already had it. So it was over. Right. By the time I got back upstairs, I had 9-7. Because I was going to be like, man, I never got the name for you. Jay didn't give me that name. I would have been able to, alleviate probably a corny beef. You know what I mean? Because
you was going crazy because you was going crazy on that Hot 97 freestyle, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? You was up there sparring with Beans, like Free, the Young Gunners. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was used to doing that though. Like besides Oskino and I think it was Neef, they didn't used to come around a lot for some reason. Well, when I was around before I went away, but I used to spar all the time. You know, I'd be in the studio while Beans working on his album. You know, everybody working on albums, Studio B and one's in Studio A. So just being around it, we always sparred and listen to niggas rhyme and listen to each other's rhymes. Might give a nigga a bar or two. Somebody might give you a bar or two. You know how you do family. It was a family thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then from that point, you get on one of Bleak's biggest records, the Mind Right remix.
Yeah.
Your verse is directly after Hove. Like I must say, your verse was one of the toughest verses
a lot of people
on the record. You know what I'm saying? Then you get jammed up.
Yeah.
And do 11.
Yeah.
Do 11.
Yeah.
And how did you feel? Like, did you feel like your career was over once you got sentenced to that 11 years?
Yeah.
You felt like it was over?
Yeah, I kind of.
What was they offering you first?
2 to 4 years. 2 to 4 years.
So why didn't you take that? Just like You was just like, fuck that, I'm fighting this.
Yeah, it was being caught.
I can't do no time.
Yeah, I'm on Hot 97. I'm moving around. I'm in videos. I'm around Jay. I see it's happening. I'm watching it unfold. I'm part of the movement. So it was like the wrong time to, remove myself. Right. I was like, oh, I'm not just taking that and giving them the cuffs. So I'll fight a little longer, and that'll give me a little bit more time in the streets, put a better defense together or whatever, however I was going to go. But I was just thinking, no, not right now, please. Let me get some time more to establish myself with this and see where I'm going with it, because it was an opportunity given to me like this. It was, from childhood friends and things of that nature.
Right.
We didn't have to go to standing outside and giving somebody our demo tape and stuff like that. We didn't have to go through that. We actually, Bleak just snatched us. Boom. That's my brother. Boom, come on. Snatch Jeter. Come on. You know what I mean? So the opportunity was open. And then Jay and them welcomed us with open arms. All right, they're the brothers. It was a family thing.
Was the passion gone when you came home? Or did you feel like, yo, let me give it another shot? You know what I'm saying? I still got my connections.
I felt
with the
like
bros.
that. I came home with the mentality of, I'm going to give it another shot. Right. But then I seen that the whole music situation changed. Everything changed. So it wasn't what I thought I was coming home to do. I was like, oh, so now I got to switch my format. I got to readapt. I did over a decade. So, we got to readapt. We only can listen to certain music. And in New York State Penitentiary, we didn't want to listen to the hard shit. We wanted to listen, we didn't want to listen to Excuse Me.
Right.
But shit, man, we in there with gangsters and tough shit. We listen to, Joey Crack, y'all don't never live my lifestyle and shit that's gonna make you violent in the yard and stuff like that. But, I felt once I got home, I lost the passion for it, not because of I felt outdated or anything, because, I'm nice. I could adapt to anything. But because of how much time I lost from my kids. Right. And I was saying, damn, this takes away a lot of that. And I just did that by being away from them, by going to do all this time in prison.
Facts.
Mind you, I was supposed to come home 6 years prior, and I messed that up being in there, being a knucklehead. So I kept myself away from them for another 6 years. Right. You know what I mean? So it was like, wow, I don't even want to put that pressure on myself. Right. Let me just enjoy my family.
Yeah, because y'all was on the mixtapes wilding when the mixtapes was mixtapes. Y'all up there going crazy with the locks. Niggas like Joe Buttons, Fab. Like, y'all on those mixtapes, you and Jeter just airing it. Bleak, y'all airing the mixtapes. And it was like, people didn't know how y'all look. I mean, when you from the hood, we all know, like, you know what I'm saying? But to the world, was it a reason why y'all wasn't doing videos? Like, a Mind Right remix video would have been crazy.
I know, but we had just shot the Mind Right original video.
Right.
So I don't know that, that's something we have to ask Bleak. But I know I wasn't even supposed to be on the Mind Right remix.
Why not? What happened?
It wasn't for me. It was for Jay, Beans, and Bleak.
Right.
But what happened was, we hang out every day. Bleak come get me. I was shot or whatever. He was like, yo, what's up? He called, I guess, Beans, and Beans couldn't make it to baseline. Right. So he was like, yo, Bags, you got something for this? I was like, I'll get it together right now. In 5 minutes, I did what I did. I went in there and blazed it right after Jay. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was just an opportunity. That's how it used to be. Right. You end up on something if you looking like you want to work. I'm riding with you. We get to the studio, Bleak might, any given time, you got a hook for this? Or, I might need a hook from him or a bar, and that's what brotherhood was about.
I was telling Bleak the other night, like the More People verse, that song with you, Jeter, and Blizzle. I'm like, that's one of my favorite freestyles.
Bleak went ham on that. Would you listen to that?
Yeah, I told him, I was like, yo, that's one of my favorite joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's classic.
Like incense. Yeah, he went ham on that. Jeter went bananas on that.
No, all y'all did. All y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when y'all was really getting introduced to, like, the streets. Like, y'all heavy in the streets on all the mixtapes. And it was like, yo, the DJs is going bananas, shouting y'all out and all of that. It was like, y'all was putting a real good space. And y'all was dropping, like, at the right time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, like opening the mixtape and seeing your name on it. Because I used to go to Beach Street and get all them shits. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, my nigga Bags on there, Jeter on there, like this. Like, what was that like? You know what I'm saying? Seeing your names on mixtapes with like the elites. Like, what was that like?
That was beautiful for me at the end of the day, because I was used to looking at Bleak's albums and seeing my name, free my man H, you know what I mean? Free my brother H. Finally to be able to open up an album and or a mix CD, a clue tape, and DJ Envy, whoever, it'd be like, all right, I'm on this joint, you know what I mean? I'm home, I'm free, you know what I mean? And Bleak took care of us, like he put us in a good space, extra good space. Him, Ty, whoever else was involved with it, they was pushing. Here, come on. But I had the case before we really started pushing.
Right.
I had caught the case, knucklehead shit, went out of town, got caught up. And then it was like, H, come on, you gotta take this serious.
Right.
It wasn't like, let's play, and you got time out of the bags, you gotta take this serious, man.
Right.
Like, come on. You know what I mean? So I started taking it serious. It just started coming together, but I had the case. I'm fighting it I'm out on bail. So, unfortunately it didn't work out. I ended up blowing trial, but I got to do some mixtapes. I got to get on the Mind Right remix. I got to do the Hot 97, the freestyle stuff up there with the family and all that. So it was good.
All of those were legendary moments and all of that. All of that was legendary moments.
It definitely was. And it felt good because I was with my brothers, so it was more easier to be just, like, it was like easy flowing, everything. Bleak is my brother.
Right.
But all the brothers that was around us, my brothers.
So Bleak comes up with Get Low Records. How many members? I can remember you, Bleak, Jeter, Calico, Living Proof.
Yeah. But see, when it first started, it was just me.
So you was the first
and it was
artist.
Just me and Jeter, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been Wise and Gio. I don't know if they was Get Low. I think they was more Rockefeller than Get Low. I'm not sure, so I wouldn't be able to speak on that. But I think it was me and Jeter, and then Proof. No, then Calico, then Proof came along.
Right.
I think Calico came first. Yeah, because I remember being.
Shout out to my brothers, Living Proof, and Calico. My guys, shout out to Jeter K.
Brothers, man. Salute to the brothers. Yes, salute to the brothers. Yes. But it was 4, I believe. It was 4.
That's like 5.
Bleak was the OG of Get Low, so he's the OG of it. That's his baby, so he don't even count. You know what I mean? He ain't have to count. Yeah, so like during that time, you got Get Low, right? You got State Property. You have Dipset. We was hearing like Bleak say like Get Low a lot, but it was like the people was like, who is Get Low? Who's the artist of Get Low? We hear Bleak say it all the time, but who are they? Like when you say State Property, you hear Freeway, PD Crack, you know what I mean? The Young Gunners, you know what I'm saying? You hear that. When you hear Get Low, it's like, where's the artist? Like who's the, you know what I'm saying? You're not seeing y'all in the forefront. Was there a reason why, y'all wasn't being put like in the forefront? See, at that segment, at that part of it, I wouldn't be able to speak on because I already blew trial, went to jail. So when it was like,
I'm talking about like far as like,
it was never 4 members.
Right, I'm talking about far as visuals because Get Low, I got all the mixtapes and all that. You feel me? I got all the mixtapes. I heard them like DJ Don DeMarco, going crazy off the mixtapes, and I'm like, yo, Bleak wildin', Jeter wildin', Bags is wildin', Calico wildin', Living wildin', and it was like people couldn't put a face to who y'all was. We can hear y'all voice. We know all y'all sound different. Y'all got unique styles and all of that. But why is the people not seeing Get Low? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm speaking on.
Right.
I wasn't part of when Calico and Proof.
Oh, right.
Was what's name. I had Blue Trial and went to jail already. And then they start airing the mixtapes and all that. Right. When I was home, it was just me, Bleak, and Jeter airing the mixtapes. Then I got the pleasure to being around Calico and being in the studio with him, but he was doing whatever he was doing with OG1.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I couldn't speak on that situation. But when as soon as I blew trial, I noticed Proof came, he was probably coming over there anyway when I was home. So Proof and then Calico. And then Bleak put together his little solid members.
Right.
And they was the ones airing the mixtapes during 2002,
right.
2003, all that stuff. I wasn't home for none of that.
So how did the Cold D's come about? You and G to K, like how did that come about? Were y'all like a group before, prior?
No.
Or were y'all
Gita just that's the little bro. And we around each other, so we rap all day. So he knew my rhymes, I knew his rhymes, he knew where my rhymes ended.
Right.
And we ended up in the office one day. We used to go up to the office and all that with Bleak. Bleak take us. He had us looking out.
Right.
But he took us up to the office and we ended up rhyming over the Murder Inc. beat. Put your motherfucking hands up. That two-way joint.
Yeah.
Cadillac tie in the morning.
Yeah.
And they put that on in the office and we rhymed for Dame. It was Dame, Biggs, Jay, and somebody else was in there. I don't know if it was Bobby Dash or somebody, or maybe it was somebody else in there. It was in the office. We rhymed and we just going back to back. We was going back to back. And Jay was like, "Yeah, ever thought about being a group?" I was like, "Nah, but I don't mind."
Right.
He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna come up with a name for y'all." I was like, names. He came back in the office like, "Yo, what about NYMP, the realest nigga?" Cheetah said.
That's not even a name. Yo, Hope came up with NYMP.
The realest nigga.
The realest,
yo. Facts. This is actual facts. And then
that's
Cheetah
crazy.
looked, I was like, Cheetah was like, New York, Marcy, Projects, the realest niggas. And he said, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He ended up calling the next day, or it was probably a couple of hours later. I'm not sure, but it was so long ago. But I know he ended up coming up. He said, "What you think about the co-defendants, the Code D's?"
So he said that to you?
Yeah, because he knew I had him and Tata, because they knew, my little jail record. I'm just coming home.
Right.
I'm about to go back to jail, but it's like, but it's like, my little street jail shit mixed with the jail, it fit us perfect.
Right.
It was like, yo, the Code D's, the co-defendants, actually. He said the co-defendants, and Jita cut it short. Jita and Bleak, one of them cut it short to the Code D's.
Yeah, that's dope. It fit y'all perfect, too.
It did.
Fit y'all perfect.
And we just started working. They put us right in baseline. Bleak started putting us on clues and going to DJs and putting us on shit. It just was, to us, we ain't know the budget. We ain't know none of that. We ain't care about
Y'all wasn't savvy with the business.
We wasn't savvy. We wasn't even thinking about it. We was just rocking with the Brody.
Right.
And the Brody was putting us in position to get right. So he was putting us on everything. Yo, you want to get on this? Yo, get on that. You got something for this? Yo, you got something for that? Yo, what's good? Yo, we going to baseline. We up that baseline. You know what I mean? So we was working.
Yeah, explain to me, man. Explain to me, Bags, like, how did you manage to get on a record with Keith Sweat? Like, were y'all in the studio together? Like,
no.
How did you? This is the Twisted remix. It's on YouTube right now. Go check it out. H Money Bags Chop. Version. You know what I mean? On Twisted. With Keith Sweat. Twisted. Version. Yeah, like, how did that happen?
Well, that actually happened. I was signed to a production company called Phase One Productions. That's actually Ringo. If y'all know him, people might know him. His name is Rashad Smith, Ringo, and my man Jeff Brown,
right?
JB. You know what I mean? And me and Chop had signed a little deal with them or whatever for a year. But they got me on some stuff. They got me on a La Day remix with what's his name? Al B. Shaw Group, La Day. They called La Day. A song called Party Tonight. I'm on that remix. And then they got me and Chop on the Keith Sweat remix. It was the street version. But it was approved because it's on a single.
Right.
One side was the street version, single, Keith Sweat, and the other side was the guy.
So Keith Sweat approved that for the remix.
Yeah.
That's fire.
What's his name? Rashad worked with Diddy and all of them and Bad Boy and all of that stuff. And
that's fire.
Squad. So, it worked out like that. I ended up getting a nice check on my birthday for that. On my birthday, you know what I mean? My birthday was nice that year, 9/6. You know what I mean? But I remember doing that record. I remember the day we did it, February 22nd, 1996.
Fire.
I got a check April 18th, 1996.
Fire.
Man.
What was it like growing up in Marcy Projects? You grew up in like a legendary building, 534.
Yep.
Got D Haven, Jay-Z, Memphis Bleak, all live in your building. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was
for
normal.
you.
To somebody else, it might be, but
to see, see where they flourish to, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, me and Bleak used to watch Jay and Jazz and all of them do their thing. So it was big to us when Jay came back to the hood. That was big to us. We'd be in front of the building with the little radio playing the song with him and Jazzo, Hawaiian, Sophie, all them other joints. Right. We used to play that shit for the building, let them know we rocking with you. You know? We little kids though. We was 12, 13 in 89, 80, 1990. Right. You know what I mean? So, but we were showing that we did it. That's what made us want to rhyme, actually. My man Bang, Chitty Bang, salutes to Bang and Batman, God bless the dead. They used to have Shut Your Mouth Night and all that shit. Bleak and them, we're going to be speaking about that probably anyway, but they was part of that. And they brought me into that when I came home. You know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah, it was a legendary building, but it's normal to me. You know what I mean? My pops was legendary. He was one of the last poets. So, part of the culture. Right. The culture was in my building heavy. Right. You know what I mean? DA even lived right on top of me. You know what I mean? No village. No village. But, Jay lived right on the 5th floor. I'm on the 4th, Bleak right under me. That's my little brother since little, flipping, everything. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that building, just to see Jay to be where he at, to see everybody where they at, it felt good to me. Right. I'm the one that tricked myself out of my freedom and all that, but I still get the love and the support from my brothers. Right. You know what I mean? So
what's next for H Money Bags? Like, do you see yourself working on a album? Shit is different now with you know what I mean? They got the streaming going on now, like streams. Like back then you had the mixtapes, the DVDs, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. Like, do you see yourself putting out a new project?
Yes, I can see myself putting out a project. I'm working on projects now. Jeter, we're going to drop projects. I'm quite sure Jeter got probably 8 projects he want to drop by himself. Right. In 18, he sent me about 120 songs. Right. He wanted me to jump on and we could reconstruct and all of that stuff. So, we looking forward to that too. I'm supposed to be going to the studio with him, I don't know, probably today, tomorrow. That's good, that's good. Shout out to my boy G, man. Yeah, salute G Funks. Word.
What up? It's your boy Gat Taylor, and y'all just pulled up to the location. And what I need y'all to do is subscribe right now. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell so when I drop this content, you're notified. Now listen, if you're trying to get your product placed on this show right here, contact the Brooklyn Way TV at gmail.com. Right now. I'm currently looking for sponsors, so let's work. You know what I mean? Get with me. And let's make something happen. Pull up to the location. Pull up.
Yo, Bags, it was rumors in the hood, I don't know if it was true or not, that you were supposed to get signed to the firm. Is that true?
That's actual fact. What? Actual fact, yeah. How that happened was the brother, Rashard Smith, Ringo, shout out to Ringo, and Jeff Brown, they was Phase 1 Productions. I was signed to them. And they took me to Motown. Because, the brother was connected. Right. And, they took me to Motown, me, Chop. We rhymed for a couple of people in a little office. And one of them happened to be Nas' manager. Whoever that brother name is, I don't remember his name, but whoever it was 1996. And I used to rhyme like Nas so much, like that was just, even if you listen to the Keith Sweat remix, I'm rhyming in the cadence of how Nas rhymed. Right. So he was like, oh my God, you sound... You rhyme like Esco, you nice, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to meet him. He tried to call him, he didn't answer. But he was like, yo, take my, they had pages back then. We took the beeper number and all that, whatever. So get in touch with me or whatever. And it was funny that we did the like I mentioned earlier, we did the Keith Sweat song February 22nd. And I got the check April 18th on my birthday, 1996. Right. We had to go to a special bank in Manhattan to cash this check. Wherever the check came from, we had to go to a special bank. When I got to the bank, I ran right into Nas' manager again. And he ain't even care. He was asking me, was I all right? With money, everything. I bumped into him again because he was starting, he told me they were starting the firm. Right. He's like, I'm putting together this group. We putting together the group, the firm. You know what I mean? We're trying to put a group together. You'll fit right in. You know what I mean? No village. That's your lane. You know what I mean? You rhyme like, like that. So, but it never came through. I ended up going to prison again. You know what I mean? Again before that. right before that could come into fruition. And it happened right after it. Because I ended up going to jail, and that was 1996. And 1997, the Firm album came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, missed another opportunity.
Damn. Speaking of Nas, man, like, Nas actually dissed you on the record too.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
How, like, what was your mind at, like, when you heard that? Like,
well, Nas is my favorite rapper. So
one of mine too, top 5.
He's my favorite. So at the end of the day, but I respected it. You know, I was on the Mind Right remix with Jay and them, and him and Jay was going through what they was going through for years.
Mm-hmm.
People ain't paying attention to that. They act like that shit started in one place, and that shit was going on since I took your girl because your arm ain't strong enough and y'all don't stay in the studio long enough. Right. That's 1997. So you know, in 2000, by the time the 2000s is there, when I'm in the building with them, you know, Nas taking a shot at us, I didn't care. Mm-hmm. It felt kind of good.
And y'all was younger then. It was like,
yeah, I was a little nigga, and I felt like, yes, nigga, shoot at me, because I'ma shoot back, nigga. You know what I mean? We youngins, we hungry. Right. And to have a legend like him shoot at you, shit. Yeah. I'm on a song with a legend. I got legends shooting at me. I'm feeling myself. I'm on a few songs with legends. You know what I mean? So, and now I got I got my favorite shooting at me.
In your opinion, where you think that stemmed from? Was it something Blizzard said on the record? Was it something like one of y'all said on the record? Was it something Jay said on the record?
The Mind Right original is Blizzard going straight at him. Your lifestyle's written, so who you supposed to be? Play your position and all of that. He was going straight at him. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. You hear me? That wasn't one of the type of situations. Blizzard was going straight at him. You heard?
Yeah, but what was
Mind Right remix? It looked like we trying to jump him.
Yeah, so like what was the reason? Was it like Blizzard trying to sharpen his steel, like or was it just like
yo, a lot of people ain't paying attention. Blizzard told this story on Drink Champs,
right?
And he had it wrong when he said my man Jabba told him, "Yo, Nas is shooting at you,"
and Blizzard believed it.
It was me, nigga. I was shooting at him on Nostradamus. And he said it clearly. There was no way you couldn't take it that he wasn't shooting at you. He broke down the back of your Century 21 album and all that. He said it directly. He said, I need an encore, y'all. You should welcome me back. You want a ball till you fall? I can help you with that. You want beef? I'll let a slug melt in your hat because I'm a wild barbarian. Too hard, I'm scaring him. Century 21 solo, he was going in on Bleak. At the time, when Bleak and Jay had Bleak single was, what you think of that? What you think of that? Yeah. I love these streets. Who you think you were talking to? I'm a ball till I fall. What you think of that?
Right. It makes sense.
It makes sense. Video. You know what I mean? So my thing is, what you think? Who you think you talking to? He said, oh, you want a ball till you fall? I can help you with that. You
right.
I let a slug melt in your hat.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. They've been shooting.
I think like during those times, it was healthy for hip hop. Those type of, you know, I don't know if you remember the Street Wars mixtapes.
Yeah, I remember the Street
Wars.
Wars.
Like those was a joint.
The Big Mike Street Wars mixtape. I remember.
I feel like we need more of that. You think so?
I think so too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's healthy for the culture. But if it could stay, if it could stay clean like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think battle out. Yeah. Like how dudes want to battle out and dudes will shoot at each other or whatever, but it's not into a street.
Yeah, like if it could stay like that, like then it's healthy. But you know what I'm saying? Once you start violating and
hip hop started like that.
Yeah, like
take that part out of the culture.
Yeah,
you can't strip that from the culture. LL battled people. The people before LL battled, that's what they used to do. Pull up in the parks. People we probably never even heard of.
Right.
That never even got the time. Their name had never been heard no more. You know, they probably was out there battling more than likely. You know what I mean? Going to the park jams battling. That shit comes with it. And to see who's the nicer MC. It's not about to see who's tougher, who's gangster. It's about to see who's the nicer MC.
We need more of that. We need more, you know, artists coming out and like, see, like how I do it, I'm going to be honest. Like, if I'm getting on a record with you, I'm trying to like, because I don't want my verse being, so my verse got to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my verse ain't that, take me off of that.
That's how I felt with the Mind Right thing.
Right.
I had to go after Jay, my nigga. Who wants to rhyme after Jay?
But see, like, I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it no other way. I couldn't hear Bleak going after Hove
The only reason why I did it,
I couldn't hear Beans going at the whole. It was the way y'all structured the Mind Right remix was perfect.
Beans wasn't on the song though.
No, he wasn't on the song originally.
Yeah, he got on the album.
Yeah. So like originally
he was on the song, but the only reason I wouldn't have went after Beans like that either, nigga. I'm going after this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you crazy. But I had to, because I was looking at it from the point of, damn, Jay Bleak is the stars. If I go last, if I go after Blizzle, you know, Flex is really gonna cut your shit off. Like, he heard who he needed to hear, and it was his last nigga. The verse probably wouldn't have punched as hard, me being third.
Right.
You know
it made sense.
Yeah.
It made sense.
Like, yeah, get in the booth, man. Then I was shot. I was on crutches. Like, this in the booth. Spit that shit over a piece of paper. I just wrote that shit. He was like, you killed that shit, Bags. You know what I mean? He appreciated it, and I appreciated him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm here with my man H Money Bags, the real H Money Bags, Best Style Zone, Marcy Project Zone.
You already know.
You pulled up to the location. You already know what to do. You know, when you pull up to the location, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification bell. Super Big Brooklyn.
You already know.
The location. Pull up.